I think it is. Can you see? All right. There we go. Now I can see. Hope all is well. Is that right? That's right. Okay. Hope all is well. I forgot the temperature. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Constance. Can y'all hear me? I can barely hear me. I hope you can. I had the earphones on this morning, listening to my motivations, and I forgot to take them out, take them off. All right, good. Good. Good morning. It is as cool as it's going to be, so I figured, let me go now. We went from 37 and snow on April Fool's Day, I believe it was actually, to 81 and hot. Now there's 81 and like nice weather, and then there's 81 and hot. We had the 81 and hot. It was hot to me, anyway. It wasn't technically hot, as it's not summertime yet. But good lord. I don't know, Tracy. I hadn't checked back. Because mind you, I heard this, or not read, I heard this, I read this on her community post, how she wasn't feeling well. So hopefully she's at least getting a little better now, since she had pneumonia from COVID. And I don't actually know her, so I don't know how to reach her and all those type of things. And live chat. See, I do this every time. So thank y'all who came out for not just yesterday, but for all the live streams we've been doing. They've been super fun. We got one today and one tomorrow and then one Saturday. Today, you ask Tarot will be with me. And then tomorrow Sienna has a live stream she's planning too. I think she's doing like weird and unusual questions. And then that same night, she will join us on my channel too. And then Saturday will be my last one. Well, last one of this series I was doing. Then I'll try to do it again next month to where I do like a few in a row type thing. And see what we come up with then. Actually nice right now. I mean, give it 2 hours and I'm sure it's gonna go to hell then. But well, you don't have to do. I understand that because um, Well, thank you, Wayne, for stopping by, though. Thank you for watching, too, last night. I understand, Andrew, because everybody, I think, with the possible exception of Jen and Becca, everybody I've ever done a live with when I first did them said the same thing that, oh my God, I'm so nervous. Like, I understand because it is still live, even though you can't see everybody. It is still a live audience. There is still live feedback and so forth and so forth. You get used to it though. Start off camera and then get on camera if you want to. But start with just your hands. Start with some videos, just the regular video, something that's in your complete control. And then after that, you'll at the very least get used to the camera. And then you can do lives with just the hands. You don't ever have to get on camera. That's, personal thing. People often say, oh, I want to see the person talking or I want to see the person whatever. You don't have to. I mean, some people like to connect that way. Some people don't care. Me personally, I don't care. Because I'm going to make up what you look like in my head anyway. So, so it never really matters. Oh, yeah. Well, on that one, I will say that don't look at it as talking to a camera. Look at it as talking to people that you just can't see right now. It's kind of like if somebody needed you to say there's a child or something and they need to learn their ABCs and you went with the A is for apple, B is for boy, C is for cat, and you had to record that for them so they could learn it at a later date. It's kind of the same thing. To where you're recording your information, whatever it is you're doing, and then people just watch it at a later date. You can do it. I promise you can do it. You can do it. And then once you get started, then you'll find 1,000 topics to do videos on. But I understand it though, because my very first YouTube channel, it was a gaming channel, the very first one I had. And everybody else who does it has such an effervescent personality. They were outspoken. They were spoken up. You could hear them, and you could tell they were excited, or at the very least interested in what they were doing. The moment I tried to do it, I tried to become somebody else and tried to get in with the fit in, and it went all the way downhill because it was very disingenuous. It sounded like it at the very least. I might have just been critical, but I think it was. It was just it was hot garbage. As I just sound like I didn't care about it, which in a sense I didn't, because I wasn't really trying to do it as me. I was trying to be like they were, because they were making it work, and so I'm like, okay, well this is how I need to be then, and it just didn't work. And when I'm sitting there recording, I did get the feeling like, okay, I'm not talking to nobody. I'm talking to me. And so it all just it never came together because that wasn't my thing. And so once I said, okay, you know what? This ain't my thing. Let me try something else. And then when I tried my tarot video, it just boom, it clicked. Everything made sense, and then so forth and so forth. But just try it. Just try a video. You don't have to do a live stream. Just try a video and see what it feels like. So, do a short one. Do 3 minutes, whatever it is you're gonna do. Do something short and see what it's like. I mean, because you can always just not do it if you don't like it, but try it and see. You never know. You never know. You might like it. I like it anyway. Yeah, the first one just it was awful. Like you could like I'm the bane of my channel is oh I can't hear. You definitely couldn't hear me on that one because my voice did not project. Because the entire time I'm like talking in somebody else's voice, I think. Like I was trying to be literally somebody else. Like I'm trying to be that person. I'm trying to sound like gamers sound, and it just no, just no, just no. It wasn't the way it was supposed to be. Good morning. Somebody said it was time for another walk. I said okay. So I'm out here today. I have nothing to talk about, but that was. I figured I'd come out here. This is very itchy. Good Jesus, that's itching my whole face. I figured I'd need it because the heat and the sun was here, but I can't. This has bothered me too because I sound like I'm stuffed up because this is in my ear. I'll leave it for now. Oh, I hate voicemails. I really do because it's like I feel pressure. I feel like you're giving me 9 seconds to say what I need to say, and lo and behold, watch me mess up all the words. And then I'll forget to leave my number, or I'll forget to tell you who this was, or I'll forget something because you're timing me. Like, you got 7 seconds. Say it right now. Say it as fast as you can. Hi, this is such and such. Just calling to make sure. Call me back at like it just goes all the way wrong. I hate a voicemail. Like, what is this? I feel like Mission Impossible. If I don't get this right, it's gonna blow up or something. I hate it. That's undue pressure. Like you know who called you because the caller ID said miss called me. But should it be a company? Hi, this is Deborah. I'm away from the desk. Leave your name and number. I'm gonna leave you my number, but never tell you what my name was. It'll be a rough day in the city. Like I don't know. I don't know what I just did. Did I say the right thing? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, also, I can't do two languages. At least not one you can understand. Also on Sunday, we are back on Jen's channel. And then a few days out from there is her birthday bash. I think it's on the 13th. So y'all be sure to mark the calendar on that one. I need to learn another language. I really do. I took both French and Spanish throughout my school days. Now, mind you, when either one of them my idea, but I enjoyed it when I was in there because I like learning stuff. I need you to go one way or the other. People in their cars. Jesus. Good morning, Elizabeth. See, I always wanted to learn another language. Oh, that's funny. I knew my alphabet in sign language. That was it. Always been fascinated by that too. Like I wanted to learn all the majors. French, Spanish, still English, Russian, German, Chinese, Japanese. So yeah, just never did. Still can. That's it's interesting. There are some words in Spanish and French I can pick up, but if you ask me to repeat it, I speak very slow too. Well, I guess it's the same. This is why I always told people, actually a long time ago, when I was in middle school, high school, to not make fun of people with broken English or people who spoke very slowly or something, unless your name is Melania Trump. But don't make fun of people who speak English slowly or who speak it broken, because if you speak their language, that's what you sound like. And when you try to speak, or when I would try to speak French or try to speak Spanish, that's what you sound like. Because I can get it when you say it, but when I say it back to you, I then have to think about it a little longer because, and so my words don't just flow together like that. I got to think about it. Wait a minute. This comes after this. That comes after that. It's like, okay. Especially if there's an adjective, and in English it comes before, and then in French it comes after sometimes. I'm like, okay. So you got to think. Did you order one, Linda? Because I know you said your screen was correct. Oh, and I'm going to try to do an energy read, if not once a month. I want to do it once a week. Because those are a lot more fun than, what's the child name? It's not Rick Gates. What's it? Matt Gates. Matt Gates and Donald Trump and all these people. So it's a lot more fun. Although it is kind of still a little sliver of fun to talk about the grime in the world. Ooh, somebody coffee is showing strong. Good morning, Sylvia. I threw all my coffee away. I still have some tea. All the coffee's gone now. Even the decaf, that's what I had was decaf. But I think it was still bothering me too. Because nothing is ever really truly caffeine nor fat free. There is, I read something a long time ago about if it has like 0.009% fat, you can technically call it fat free because it's not enough that it registers. Now, it'll register in your body because fat is fat, but it's not enough that they have to count it. There you go, exactly. They speaking too. You don't speak, you barely speak to one that you were born with. That's what I would say. Good morning. Oh, biscuits. Oh, you playing too much. Did you bring enough for the class? That's what I want. That sounds fantastic right now, actually. I wish I knew how to make things like that. Sometimes. That's also a lot more work than it really needs to be. Because Pillsbury does a pretty good job, I think. So it's like, it just buy you some good butter and jam, butter and jelly well, it's not a jelly, it's a preserve, I think. Anyway, that sounds fantastic. I had pizza for breakfast yesterday. I tried the Fox Den pizza that y'all were telling me about, and I loved it. That's going to be my pizza place now. I had, I got a small, I think it's a medium pizza, I think. Stromboli, which is a calzone. They just, I don't, I get, well, I guess it's a little different. Calzone's completely closed. Stromboli's not. But anyway, Stromboli, mozzarella sticks, cheesy bread, and something else. I think that was it. That was it. It was all fantastic. The mozzarella sticks were not chewy and stretchy like mozzarella sticks usually are. It was kind of like maybe they weren't cooked long enough, or because they were hot, but the cheese wasn't melted. So it had that sort of string cheese, as the mozzarella is. Kind of reminds me of like the string cheese. And you can just bite it and it just, it snaps off. It doesn't stretch like at all. Frozen foods are amazing. But that's what I had. I love a Grand's biscuit too. I used to prefer the ones that had the layers that you could like peel off the little flaky layers and all that carrying on. But it's not. It's not a necessity. Like it's not something I just have to have. A biscuit is still just, it's still a biscuit. Now, what do you put in yours? Oh, they make them in Hawaiian biscuit. Oh God, I've never seen those. And this grocery store I have here is garbage, so I'm pretty sure they don't have it. I went in there the other day because I've been on this orange kick where I've been eating oranges all day long. And I go in there, I swear every ounce of produce they have just look like it'd been in a fight. It's got bruises and scratches and holes, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like this is some sort of domestic violence against oranges today or something. It looked awful. Okay, that sounds right. My well, I don't know because I guess you can call it custom built the Stromboli. I told them what I wanted in it. The calzone is just meat and cheese. I do believe well, see the Stromboli. This is what I thought the difference was. Is a calzone is you put the dough down, you put your crap in there, and then you fold it over, kind of like an empanada, and you pinch it close. And a Stromboli is it's kind of the same thing. You got your dough and you put all your crap in there, but you like have the top is kind of open. Well, it's got kind of like the apple pie effect to where there's lines for venting the steam and cooking the inside and all that type of stuff. Like a calzone is completely closed, or it should be, kind of like a hot pocket too. And then the Stromboli is open at the top. That's what I thought the difference was. See, that's I butter and we have a jelly. I think it's by Welch's. It's not technically jelly. It's preserve, but it's strawberry from like their Naturals blend or something like that. That's my favorite. So I have that, or I'll do something completely unnecessary to where I'll do um, cream cheese and then some sort of jam or jelly and mix it together. And then, well, thank you. We laughed about you, Kathy, right? Absolutely. We're going to try to do, or I'm going to try to do, some more energy reads at least once a week, if not once a month. I don't know how once a week would work, but we'll see. At least once a week, or if not once a month. Thank you, Tasby. But I like that, or I'll do the sausage. I very rarely put an egg in my biscuit, but I like it though. I just never think about it. I'll eat it if somebody else make it, but I never think about to do it myself though. That sounds good right now, actually. I've eaten nothing today, but I mean it's only what it's 7 something, 8:30. Is it 8:30 really? Jesus. Strawberry jalapeno preserves. You know what? Back in the day, I would have rushed and said, "Oh my God, that sounds horrible!" Right? Strawberry and jalapeno, because that don't sound like something that's supposed to go together. However, I had a raspberry jalapeno before, and it was delightful. And then I've had jalapeno chocolate too, which is also delightful. So I can't plead the ignorance on that one. That's actually quite good. Well, hello to South Africa. It is actually fantastic. Good morning, Jerry. Good morning, Kathy. It really is. Now, who makes that and where can I find it? Because actually, you know what? Actually, I can't even find the raspberry one either. The only place I can find that raspberry stuff was in a box of something else. It came as the dipping sauce for the jalapeno poppers made by TGI Fridays. That is the only place I could find it. And it goes good with the jalapenos. But I want just that by itself so I can put it on something else. What is creamed beef? Now, is it beef and a cream sauce, kind of like a sour cream sauce? I've seen it once, but I didn't know what all was going on because it wasn't for me, but I've seen it once. I'm like, what is this? Okay. I'm gonna have to look for it. Amazon's got everything. So I'm gonna see. You know, I ain't been to a Walmart in 43 years. Now that I say somebody's got everything, I will, Kathy. Good morning, Grandma Rose. But we'll see if I can find it, because that sounds good, man. Strawberry. I have to remember strawberry, though. Strawberry jalapeno. Oh. Is there in particular reason why they call it that in the Navy? You know that's true. The farmers markets usually do. That is true. I never get any of it because, you know how I do. I stay in my one little lane. I'm not really apt to try a whole bunch of other stuff. It's good. Okay. I don't know. I would now, mind you, the raspberry jalapeno or the raspberry dipping stuff. It's sweet and spicy, but it goes together well. It's not like a sweet and salty. I don't like sweet and salty stuff, but it's not like that. It's a like you get the sweet. I don't know. It's just it goes together. It just really does go together. It's kind of odd to. Well, I guess it's not really even an odd thing. Half the things on the Chinese menu is sweet and spicy or sweet and sour. So it's like it goes together though. Whatever kind of combination, it goes together. Yeah, it's just a hint of heat. It's not hot though. It's just enough to let you know, okay, it's there, but it doesn't change the taste. It doesn't change the enjoyment because sometimes things can be so hot to the mouth to where you can't enjoy it because you're just burning the whole time. But no, this works. Etsy has it. Okay. And I know where to go. Etsy has every darn thing. Like the independent Amazon. What are you looking for? They got it. Jalapeno plum jelly. Yeah, that's the same thing. Jalapeno sweet. What's the difference? Why is it not like, why is it not barbecue? I get free shipping from Amazon. Tabsy, what's the difference between that and barbecue? I want to know. And how do you say that word? Fill me in. Okay. You know, I've never made pickles, but I worked in a grocery store in Mississippi, and that was the only reason people bought cucumbers. It seemed like everybody who bought them said they were going to make pickles. I'm like, oh, such a neat process. Now, do you add anything into your pickles? Because there's one in the grocery store. It's got more crap in it than the whole produce department. Because you got garlic, carrots, a whole bunch of other crap that I don't know right offhand. And then your pickle in there. And then some of them got a little spice and so forth and so forth. So you're in Mississippi. See, everybody in Mississippi, that's the only reason they bought cucumbers. Say, I just want to make pickles. That's it. You know, if yeah, I believe you, double A. If it's if there is if it's something unusual to eat, we will eat it. I mean, not that that's unusual, but you know. Oh, bry. Okay. And you use wood. Yeah, that's. Well, some of us do that instead of charcoal and gas. Some of us use wood, especially if it's hickory chips. I know we do in the country. You go in the city, then the people use charcoal. Charcoal and gas is what we use to barbecue, but get you some good hickory chips. Just the same thing. Chow chow is, wait, ain't that like, ain't that more of a relish? Well, I guess chopped up pickles is relish, but relish is sweet. I guess you can have different kinds of relish though. But ain't that what that is? I ain't seen it in a very long time. Oh, that sounds fun. See, that's what I like. Get your garlic, your red pepper. Now that's a pickle. I had some. Oh, okay. No, we don't. I can't do bonfire. That terrifying. I can't. Mm-mm. With mustard too. Okay. No, I can't do big giant fires. No. I have witch burden flashbacks. I can't. I can't do it. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. But that's what chow chow was. See, if you call it relish, then I'll eat it. You call it something outside of relish, what is that? Oh, Lord. I have to expand my horizons. I ain't there yet. I actually had the nerve to buy some fish the other day. For me, on top of that. And I ate it. I'm like, oh, what is this business? I know I ain't pregnant. All these odd foods I got going on. And what's happening? Oh God, now it's hot. You know what? Come to think of it, my brother made that last night. He was chopping up pickles, the bread and butter kind. And I figured, because we don't have relish in the house, so I figured that's what he wanted. But he started adding other stuff to it. And then I think he just ate it like that, but in combination with something else. So he didn't mix it in. It was in two separate dishes, but part of one meal. It sure did. I ain't think nothing of it. I did enjoy the fish. That sounds fun, though. I mean, if you're not terrified of large fires like I am, then it sounds then it sounds fun. Kind of go out in the sticks as we call it here and just have fun. That's nice. Yeah, I do because he doesn't ever make. Um, we kind of eat pretty much the same thing, except he likes fish a lot more than I do. Well, he likes fish, period. He likes seafood, as long as it doesn't have a weird texture like calamari or something. But, but yeah, we eat pretty much the same thing. See, that's me. I don't want no big fires. I'm running, and I'm running fast. But I enjoyed the fish. Now, mind you, wait, let me dial it back a little bit first. Yes, it was fish, but it was frozen fish. So it wasn't like I went and got a fish from the fish department or nothing and cut the head off and all this carrying on. No, it's one of them Mr. Gordon's fisherman's fish. So it's a little different because that's kind of modeled after fast food fish, which is something I like. I don't care for fresh fish. Don't give me nothing out the water that still tastes like the sea. uh-uh. That's where you lose me. Oh God, no clam bakes. Oh no. Especially anything you got out of a shell and you didn't cook it. I was watching, as I often do. This is like my new ritual now. When I eat or sit down to eat, I gotta watch another cooking show. That way I watch it now Because if I watch a cooking show, kind of like we're doing right here, if you start talking about food outside of eating, then you get hungry. So I watch it at the same time. And I was watching the two fat ladies, and they went somewhere and just started picking up stuff, opening it up and eat. I'm like, what in the world is happening right now? No, you just don't open up shells and start eating stuff on the inside. What is? Who raised you? I can't do it. I don't want clams. I don't want fish. I don't want starfish. I don't want seahorses. I don't want stingrays. I don't want nothing out the water. Just no. Canned tuna and frozen fish. That's sad. I probably shouldn't say it out loud, but that's me. That's what I like. Canned tuna. Actually, the tuna in the pouches, because the canned tuna's got way too much liquid in it. But canned tuna and frozen fish. That's my get down. I can do with that, but outside of that, I don't want no oyster, no lobster, no crab. I don't even want no different kinds of fish. Oh, this is salmon is nasty. Salmon tastes like fish. Now you can get some fish that has a light fish taste to it, kind of like tuna. That I can do with, but salmon tastes like it smell. When it smell like fish. If it's too fishy, I can't do it. You give me tilapia if you ignore how they raise them. Okay, because it has a light fish taste to it. But anything outside of that is no. I can't. I can't fool with it. Ah, you can have all the fish you want, Joe. I can't do it. I was a kid, I didn't like. Now, mind you, when I was a kid, we ate the worst of the worst, which was catfish. And that's what they would always have, and that's what we would always eat. And so, now I will say I've never had bass though, but we always had catfish growing up, and catfish is nasty. Now, mind you, you go country folk eat, and especially they eat all the fish, all of it except the head. The head is the only thing they cut off. They eat all the rest of it. The bones too. Yes, the bones too. Because you take the fish, and after you take all the mess out of it, off of it, then you cut close to the bone to get all the meat off. And then on the other side, you do the same thing. And then you take the bones and you deep fry them like super hard. And then you just crunch them like potato chips. Now you still got to be careful because, of course, it's still a bone and it get caught in your throat and you will die. But but they ate the whole thing. The tail too. They ate the whole thing. I'm like, I know. I don't even want the meat, let alone bones and tails. The hell? Who raised you? Ain't nobody that hungry. You got to eat bones and tails and stuff. Mm-mm. No. See, okay, I'm gonna tell this story too. So last time we was on the walk, I was telling y'all about my aunt who was very particular about the way I smelled apparently. So the very first time I went to visit her, we went to a place called Pierre de New Orleans. And it was a seafood place. But it was one that had a dress code. And so, like I said, keeping up appearances, we were trying to be fancy. So we go out there. Everything is seafood. Everything. Now, she didn't know my particular taste. That I didn't like fish even at that age. I was 12, I think. And so I'm looking at the menu and looking and looking and looking. and looking and looking and looking and looking. And I'm like, none of this sounds like it's going to work for me. All this shrimp, scampi this and coconut shrimp. I like, what? Ain't no chicken finger on there? No. So it turns out, because I don't like steak either. Well, at least at that age I did. I like steak, but not at that age. That wasn't my thing. So at a fancy, smancy seafood restaurant, I give you 10 guesses what I ate, and the first 9 don't count. So the waitress, she asked me, well, what do you like? I said, I like hamburgers. I like hamburgers. And my aunt was like, well, they don't have that on the menu. And the waitress said, well, we can ground them up some meat. So she made me a hamburger. Right back there in that, now I smell fish. Is that scent trigger? Is that what that is? I smell fish for real, actually. Anyway, and yeah, they went back there and ground me up some beef and made me a hamburger. That's what that's what I had at a fancy seafood restaurant. And then she put the shrimp on my plate because she said, well, try it. That thing was as big as my hand. I'm like, I ain't eating that. Nasty mess. I just can't. Good morning. Good morning. Shay is going to be with me on Saturday, y'all. Yes, hamburger at the fancy fish joint. I'll eat fish. You trying to be fancy. And why you got an aquarium at the fish place? Don't do that. Mm-mm. Haddock. You know, that's okay. That one is not so fishy. I had a little taste one time. It just has a meat taste. But I know. I just stick to my land animals. I don't want a whole fish. I definitely don't. With the head and all, that new. Now, mind you, there was this restaurant, and it served everything, but it had whole pan fried tilapia. And when they say whole, they mean whole. The head and the tail was still on it. It looked interesting. Like if you liked fish, you might have loved it because it was just crunchy and it was golden brown and all these different type of things that would make a person just salivate at the very sight. But yeah, no, I don't want none of that. Give me some fish, give me anything, but it cannot resemble what it used to look like when it was alive. Don't give me no whole fish like it's about to swim off the plate. Just no. Like, what are we doing right now? Ooh, what are we trying to prove here? That you know how to cook whole fish without burning the eyes and the tails? Like, I can't. Mm-mm. I ain't no vegetarian, but I don't need it looking at me while I eat it either. Mm-mm. It's got to look different. Crab season. Oh, I can't. See, I always wish, though, that I did like seafood. I don't have them kind of taste buds, but because shrimp sounds good, and then you can make it in any kind of variety you possibly want to, and it's bite sized. You can eat it with your fingers. Like that's I like that kind of stuff. Country folk like eating with their hands, so so it's like I like that kind of stuff. But Lord, you gotta take that seafood taste out of it. Crab legs, they take 9 seconds to cook. That's right up my alley. Like, uh-uh. That's too much work. You got to crack this and crack that. You got all this debris all over the tables. I can't do it. Mm-mm. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, see, that part I understand. When you take all the thises and that's, the stuff you don't eat, and make a stock out of it. Just like you do with your bones of anything. You make your stock. But why you eat the bones and the tail? But in the same token, they ate the whole pig too. I just seen there's a YouTube show called Taste in History with Max Miller. It's so fascinating. And he gives you the history behind the dish that he's cooking. And he made Dragon's Heart the last show that he's done. That's what it was, Dragon's Heart. And it's a pig heart, and you wrap it in bacon because you have to um, wrap it in something with fat so that it doesn't dry out. And he cut it, put it in his mouth, and that everything usually that he makes he likes. But this one, that look on his face was hilarious. He said it's not rubbery. It's just it's not for me. And I get what that texture was. It's not quite rubber, but it's too firm, is what he said. So it takes on a little elasticity, like meat, like bubble gum. It just wouldn't work. But you don't eat the whole. I'm not eating a whole pig, and that's what they did. I mean, when you got 48 kids to feed, I get it, but no. Pig feet, pig snoot, pig ears, the pig tail, the chitterlings. That all that stuff is to be thrown away. Or take it and make a purse out of it or something. But what we not gonna do is put a pig snoot on my plate and think I'm gonna eat it. No. Now, luckily, because that's how my mother was raised, but she never ate that, so she never brought that in the house. So we ain't ever had to worry about getting up one Sunday morning and the whole house smelled like an outhouse because she making chitlins. That was never her get down, so we we didn't have to worry about that. Cause I can't. I super can't. Pig. Oh my God, no. Pig feet are done right. No, ma'am. I can't. Now you can give me some chicharrones and some cracklings. I'm here for that. That's just the skin and the fat, which should be gross too, but it's not. That I like. That I like all too much. I can do that. Oh Lord Jesus, I'm sweating now. I wasn't ready. The weather changed all too fast. And it really did. Like it went from, but I haven't been in a place with seasons in so darn long. It just went from literally snowing to 81 degrees. Like, what happened here? Where's the in between? You know, I had fresh cracklings one time in my whole life. One time. The rest of them have been out the bag. Yeah, that's fish. I do smell fish. I smelled it again just then in the same spot. This is usually where I smell the McDonald's at. So whoever cooking got a fan that blows out the window. But I've had it once in my whole life. And we did them, I think it was like a 4th of July type of thing. Because my mother liked holidays. And so we went a little town in Oklahoma called Wewoka. 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 That's where my family lived and grew up. Well, my mother's and her sisters anyway. And so we went out there because that's where we did all our little celebrations and things. And they made cracklings. It was a greasy mess. The whole house. That's all it smelled like was cracklings. They cooked other things, but that's all you can smell. But man, you want to talk about good. That actually stinks now. I don't know who cooking fish, but they need to stop. You know, ain't that how I go? It was a barbecue place we went to that we went to for years. And they went for a remodel, did the remodel, came back, and then closed shortly after that. I'm like, oh crap. I think they were closed too long. People might have forgotten about them, I don't know, but shortly after that. You know, that is one thing. Um, what's the time here? 8:57, almost 9 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock where you are? Okay. So we had, wait, telephone cooperate. But all the rest of them that I had have been out the bag. Now where the wind come from all of a sudden? That's how it is. The cities are usually blue because that's where all the cool kids are. The outskirts are usually red because they just usually are. I won't I won't insult the outskirts people. But that's usually where they are. And the small towns of 400 people type of thing. For everybody to go to the same high school and the same high schools in the same building as the elementary and the middle school. The town hall is where you work and considered to have a good job. There's a Walmart and a gas station, because why wouldn't there be a Walmart? Those type of things. Hi, Doreen. Yeah, that goes. I always managed to live in outskirts. I don't really live. The only time I lived in the city, technically, was Oklahoma. I lived in Oklahoma City. The rest of them have been outskirts. Well, when I lived in Vegas, but Vegas is different. Well, where I was in Vegas was different. You know, me too, Grandma Rose. The Walmart here is not close. And then the streets, like I said before, they all wind and loop and go in figure eights and all this craziness. And so you can't just like drive straight to it. You got to get the MapQuest out every single time. She'd tell you, take a left on such and she'd taking you all out the way. So it takes even longer to get there anyway. But it's not a necessity because the grocery stores are more convenient. They're closer by. And if you need something outside of grocery, there is a there's like a dollar store close to here too. To where if you need a hammer, some nails or whatever, they got that. Everything else, get it delivered to the house. Oh, that's all I did in Vegas was go walking actually, because I didn't gamble. We lived right across the street from the Luxor Hotel. My brother worked at the airport, and the airport was very close to that too. And they also owned some apartments, and he lived in those apartments, and they were right across the street from the strip. And so I'd leave the house as soon as they turn the lights on. Boom, I'm out the door, walking up and down the street. But that was fun. It's a good people watching experiment, that's for sure. You had old roast. I loved Las Vegas. It was fun. I don't have any negative attachment to it. Now, mind you, I lived there in my teens, though. I was 18, 19, 20. So I got to be footloose and fancy free. And I had a beard, so I could walk through the hotels and nobody bothered me because I didn't look underaged. Florida, we won't bring up Florida anymore. It's not even close. I like nothing about Florida. Zero things. Zero of the things is what I liked. It was hot. I could tolerate it a little more back then. Because while it was hot, it wasn't unbearable. Because it wasn't humid all the time. Florida is a swamp, at least where I was. It's the tropics. So it's supposed to be nice, while at the same time, it's not. Just like, you know what? I don't like it. I can't. I never heard of that either. I cooked a steak one time. Now, my brother cooked one. You could eat his with a spoon. It was like, it fell apart. Mine, you had to take a chainsaw to mine. I'm like, what did I do? It was, ugh, that smell. Why I keep walking past it? That's my own fault. It's either fish or a roadkill somewhere. Yeah, well, I lived in the concrete jungle part. So, because my niece was actually asking me about Vegas the other day. She was like, "How much do you remember about it?" And I remember everything about it, but I said, "What I remember, though, is not necessarily helpful to you because of where I lived. I didn't live in a place with a bunch of trees, and I didn't have to go far for anything. So it was a little different kind of living. It's not like here where you got to go to work and post office and grocery store, and doctor's appointments, and it was different. Different kind of life. It was fun. Okay. And I thought I'd have full blown allergies here, as all these trees, well, not these, as you can see, all the green is coming back. But these big giant white ones, what is these, dogwood trees? But I was walking past them the other day. And, oh, there it is right now. Then you get all this white stuff falling from the sky. And I'm like, that's not snow. What is this? I'm like, oh Lord, I don't want to be sneezing and hacking up a lung. There we go. But it's time for that. It's time for allergies. And I just, now mind you, since I left Oklahoma, I don't really have bad allergies anymore. I get the occasional itchy eye, and then that's it. Like nothing else bothers me. And then the itchy eye doesn't really even stay all that much. Cottonwoods, that's yes. What I say, dogwood? No, cottonwoods, yes. That's what it is. Yeah, it is a relaxing walk because it's quiet over here. That's why I come over here. The little cookie cutter neighborhood's always got some traffic in it too. Savage daughter will. Well, you have a good day, Joe. I'll look it up then. Because my alarm clock was going off in my head this morning. It's always a different song every day. You know, I like a cranberry too. I don't like a fresh cranberry. I'm not really a tart person. You give me some manipulated cranberries, and I'm here for it. Oh Lord, now the insects are here. It is a beautiful day. It really is. No clouds in the sky. Sun is bright. I mean, it's a little warm for me, but that's just me complaining. It actually is a very, very, very nice day. If you like the outside, if you like being outside, then this would be your get down. Because it's not unbearable, and the breeze is blowing from time to time. So to give you that break. Oh, did I say tomorrow? Let's get tomorrow. No, tonight we're going to do a reading. Tomorrow we got one at 7, and Saturday we got one at 7. And then Sunday is on Jen's, and then her birthday is on Wednesday, I think. But I want to try to do energy reads once a week. So I need to get with my energy readers and see if they want to join me in doing that. There is okay. I'm like, why y'all blowing horns? You having conversations. There is, I know Sienna took her channel in a different direction. So I want to see if she'll do some more in the future on the energy reads. I tried the whole, I don't like cranberries like that. I did a fruit salad once, and I put some of that in there because I had that. And it makes an interesting applesauce, though. More astrology. See, me and astrology are just not friends. I don't understand it. It's 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 like hieroglyphics to me. It just makes no sense whatsoever. I have tried. I can't even convert to memory the zodiac signs. Like people say, oh, Virgos are like this, and oh, Leos are like that, and I don't know what that means. I know what a Gemini is because that's what I am. But all of those stuff, I can't, I ain't, and I shall not. Good mornings, Red Lentil Healing. And thank y'all again for who joined us yesterday for our manifestation read. Oh, um, no, don't send it to me, Shay. I promise you, it makes no sense, even when somebody else is talking about it. I listened to Dr. Victoria Scarabo from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Massachusetts. I don't understand it even when she's not. I understood my chart when she said it to me, and because it made sense. She speaks English, I understand it, so I understood what she was saying. But the whole thing, it makes no sense to me. It's not my thing though. It's kind of like I didn't like Kipper either. I didn't like Lenormand either. They make no sense. They're not my. That's not what my brain is wired to. So it's I understand tarots. I know tarots cards. Oh, you're making a nest. Look at the bird. He's got 1,500 twigs in his mouth right now. Now, shouldn't the robins have laid eggs already? Maybe it's a patch job. Maybe that's what. I'm fascinated now. I very rarely ever see a bird flying around with a bunch of crap in its face. Anyway, back to yeah, we're gonna do it again. Adrian got a new hat, so we got to do it again next week. But I was saying, Adrian, I want to try to do energy reads at least once a week, if not once a month, but at least once a week. If you ever want to join me, you let me know. But I want to do at least once a week. I mean, hell, we do garbage once a week. Surely we can do something uplifting. What is he even doing with it? I think he stuck it in the wall. Maybe there's a nest, not in the tree, but on the, I don't even know what you call that. It's on the building, you know where the roof is, and they got the little part that hangs over, because that's where he stuck all that stuff, or he or she, whatever it is. And it's a bunch of little twigs and grass on the ground. I was fascinated. Energy reading is, and I'm not saying this to sound facetious, it is readings on the energies of things, people, places. We're going to do one tomorrow, actually. But it is like, let's say, for instance, we'll use a commonality among tarot readers. Donald Trump. What is his energy like right now? What is his energy like? How does he feel? What is he going through? What is he experiencing energetically? And then we pull oracle or tarot to Eves. Thank you. It's nice when people know things, I swear. That's what it is. It's in the eaves. That's where he's sticking the twigs and stuff. But it is oh, I wish we were going back into autumn. That would be nice. But it is the energy reading on someone or some things energy. And tomorrow, me, Sienna, and Adrian are going to do. I wrote it out past, present, and future. Like, for instance, what is the future energy of Stonehenge? Stonehenge has a lot of mythic lore and rumor and all these other type of things. Like, we've done past readings on Stonehenge, but what's coming up in its future? What's coming up in its future energy? Will it be used for something? Will it ever have a visitation by something? And then we'll do a present reading on schools. What's going on with the energy of schools right now? Because some people are returning, some people still have not. Everything that is going on in the school is not like when I was in school. You had a computer lab. Now it's almost mandatory. You must have a computer. Now everybody's got a mask on and so forth and so forth. So what is the energy like there? So that's kind of what I have planned for tomorrow. It's not as a cheesy mice. I love it, but I said this yesterday. There's just some things that you like, some things that are or natural to you, or some things that you just like above everything else. Yeah, we can. Um, Harry's mom, you can definitely do that because it just would show you if you mix this, and this together, what is the likely outcome. So, yeah, you can do that. I'm here for a shorter summer. Oh, he's got more twigs. I'm fascinated. Like right now, I complained because I'm sensitive to heat, but it is not actually hot, technically. It really isn't. It's actually very nice. It keeps dropping twigs. I wish I knew how to do this though. Now, mind you, he's got a mouthful of twigs, right? And then bends down to pick up another one, and the rest of them didn't fall. You let me hold my keys and my telephone and my hat in one hand and reach down to pick up everything. I guarantee you, two of them things gonna fall. I guarantee you. See, I can't. Me and Heat, we're just not friends. Like at all. Okay. Let me get out this bird's business. But it is technically not hot. It's just there is no cloud cover, so you get direct beamage of the sun here. I get a hot flash for no reason. I can't. My sister likes hot weather. Like, I just wish I understood. Like, what are you feeling right now? Because to me, I feel agitated. So, how are you feeling like, oh, this is good weather? It's 98 degrees. No, it's not. I feel like if somebody say hi in the wrong tone of voice, I'm going to like fly off the handle right now. Ugh. It's irritating to the maximum. See, when I lived in Florida, I lived down the street from the beach. And we didn't get a cool breeze coming through. You go down to the water, it's not cool either. It was just hot. Now, mind you, I didn't get in it ever. That ain't my get down, but but it was interesting nonetheless. I just didn't care for it. Was pretty though. That was a pretty beach though, I will say. But I guess we trade the Ocean waves for the birds singing, though. We still managed to find something nice. Well, welcome back, Kathy. No. When I lived in Texas, no. No. That's not humid. That's just a little moisture in the air, but that ain't humidity. You go down to Mississippi, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Yeah, go down in the swamps. New Orleans, where it's like darn near underwater. That's humidity. You walk outside, your whole body wet, and you don't have no idea, like you just got dunked at one of them dunking tanks at the fair. Uh-uh. That's humid. I believe you. I hated every ounce of Mississippi. I hate Mississippi more than Florida. Now mind you, okay, let me say this about Florida. I'll say this to be fair. I didn't like the heat and the sand everywhere. That's pretty much it. It was an environmental thing. It wasn't the worst experience in the world. I exaggerate. Mississippi, though, ugh. I personally hated every ounce of Mississippi. Biloxi, Mississippi, because that's where I was. That's what I did not like. Yes. Okay, Grandma Rose, I'm going to show you this tree once I get close to it. Because this is what keeps falling. I just did not like it. Oh, 40 and rainy, I love it. That's my get down right there. 40 degrees, a little moisture out the air. That's what I like. That's perfect. 40, 50, 60 for the high. That's what I like. Oh, white butterfly. They are out. It's officially spring. I see butterflies now. And all the life is coming back. See the big orange trees and bushes and carrion zone. Okay. Let me see. Yes, butterfly in the sky. Okay, there's the tree. Oh, crap. Oh, you probably can't see that because it's probably too bright. But that is the tree. But it's white. It's all white. It's pretty. Actually, well, I like trees, though. I ain't ever seen an ugly tree. But they're all up and down the street. No, I hate the South. I mean, I don't hate the South. I just don't like certain times of the year in the South. And I ain't been in Oklahoma in so long. Oklahoma will prepare you for anything because it has every kind of weather you can think of. It's got super hot to where it'll be 117. It's got super cold to where it'll be -10. It's got rain all day, or it'll snow all day, or the sun the sun will come out and it'll snow at the same time. It's got everything. Every kind of weather you can think of because it's like right in the middle of the country, so it gets everything. Everything but hurricanes. And so it'll prepare you. Now, the birch tree isn't the birch tree white itself, because this is just the foliage is white. The tree is brown, though. Oh, that's a different one. He's going to say, well, there's another one that's different. Oh, I love pear trees. These look like cottonwood trees, though. Or maybe that's not, because you know what? I'm allergic to those. At least I was in Oklahoma. That was 100 years ago, though. Well, that's why I said dogwood, but I think it's cottonwood. This tree is fascinating to me. See if I can get the angle right, though. Because it's bent at the top. You see how it's bent? Power lines and whatnot. But it's like all the branches that are twisted in it, too. 45 degrees Celsius. What is that, 100 Fahrenheit? See, I can't. See, we had, the bark is brown. Now, this one over here looks, well, you probably can't see that because I can't see what y'all can see. The sun is on the screen. That one looks a bit cherry tree-ish, cherry blossomish, but it's white. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, it looks interesting the way it's bent. They took the top off. You know, I tried and tried to like avocado. I don't hate it, but it ain't my friend. Everybody who eats it just, I mean, they swear by it because you can do anything with it. You can make butter with it. You can make, avocado products with it. You put it on toast. You can charge somebody $17 for it. But I just can't. I tried. Okay, let me see. This is a smaller one. Oh, you can't see that either, I bet you, because the sun is right on it. Yeah, you can't see that. But there's the blooms, though. They're all white. The tree itself is brown, though. Used to make plastics. Wow. Because I tried to make things with it. I did the whole stuffed avocado to where you just take the pit out and you put a bunch of crap in it and bake it and eat it. And mind you, it was not nasty, but it just, I don't, I was underwhelmed, I guess. Yeah, that's what I said initially. I thought, cause see, but I'm allergic to the cotton ones. Oh, there's another butterfly. That one's black this time. No, I haven't. Okay, I ate an avocado by itself one time because everybody around me was doing it, and I'm like, oh, that looks delicious. And it just tastes like a buttery nut, like some sort of buttery nut. Like you just took like some sort of, but not like a peanut, because peanut has a peanut flavor. There's some sort of nut-like thing, and you tossed it in butter. That's what it tastes like. I'm like, okay, so it's not bad, but it's very bland. So somebody said, well, put you some red pepper on it. Put you some this kind of pepper. Put you some that, blah, blah, blah. So I tried that too, and I'm like, it's all right. So then I went to, from that to stuffing it with a whole bunch of stuff and baking it. And no. It ain't for me. Just not. Oh, I like that tree. But I haven't. Actually, I want a BLT. That sounds good, actually. No. Yeah, you can bake an avocado. You put some, so you take your olive oil, you put your olive oil on it. This was the recipe, if I remember. And they put tomato, onion, mushroom, blah, blah, blah. They put a bunch of crap in there. And then you take an egg and you put that on the top too, and you bake it. Not for long, just, enough for the egg to cook. Or if you don't want the egg, leave the egg off and just bake it enough to where it's hot and then eat it. I definitely don't like guacamole. I had guacamole before and I don't like that. I want a BLT now. Oh, there's another one. The cottonwood trees, I'm allergic to those. So that can be what this is. This is it. There's the blooms. It's a pretty tree. I think that sounds good, actually, a BLT. You know, I've come accustomed to now, if I make a BLT, I don't use the bread. I just use the lettuce. That's my bread. And then I wrap the tomato and the bacon in that and then just eat it that way. A lettuce wrap. That's what it becomes. Yeah, I think that's dogwood. But that sounds good. I think I'm gonna do that today. I need the drive. I have to manifest it like we did last night. To actually go to the store and get the stuff though. Because whenever you do Instacart, it's $500. So it's like, I'm not doing that. Because how long? Now, mind you, I ain't been walking the whole time. We sat down for, I don't know how long, but let's see. Yeah, the last time we did 1,700 steps or 7,000 steps, we did 500. This was just to get outside. This is not exercise. Because I'm walking as slow as you possibly can, I think. I even made myself even come out here, though. I really didn't feel like it at all. So I'm like, go outside, and once you're out there, you'll be invigorated. And that's what happened. Good old son. Pepper jack cheese, that don't sound bad either. That don't sound bad either. That sounds like a plan for today. I need milk anyway, because I got cocoa and no milk. So I gotta go get all that. I didn't bring my bag, and I didn't bring my cart, so I can't go now. And all the wind come from all of a sudden. So I'd have to go all the way back home and then get the cart to go to the store. Now, you know, if I get pepper jack cheese, that means I got to get all the other ones too. I like variety. So I'll have one with pepper jack cheese, smoked Gouda, American. I don't like Swiss cheese. I don't hate Swiss cheese, but it don't taste like much. It tastes like diet cheese milk. It's like, what is this? This is very, very faint taste. Maybe my taste buds aren't sensitive enough to appreciate it. When you have like delicate taste and delicate flavors, you got to be, I don't know, they got to be your thing. And it's not. I love a Gouda though. I'm telling you, if you have not tried it, try it one time. Get you some cheese cubes, Gouda or whatever you like, and dip it in honey. It's the best thing you ever want to put in your face. So I have smoked Gouda and honey. Let's take it, dip it in there. It's so fantastic. I could do that today too. Just have a smorgasbord. So I just I don't taste much with the Swiss. I don't hate it though. Like if it was on something, I wouldn't take it off or nothing, but it's just a little delicate for me. Probably because that's always raised on strong yellow cheese or cheese flavored product. Because I don't even know if you can call that cheese. But you know what? There's called Port Salut, Salut. And it's a light flavor too, but I love that one. It's one of those ones you have to cut off the wheel type thing. I gotta go shopping too now. No, I can't be a food critic because I don't like enough variety of stuff. You know, you can't just hire somebody to say, "Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, I don't eat that." It's like, why are you here? Who are you? You won't even taste the lobster? No, I don't like that. You ain't supposed to eat lobster. That's nasty. Yeah, the government cheese definitely wasn't cheese. That was just constipation in a box. That's what that was. You eat too much of that, you gonna know, because it's gonna be in there forever. But I like the port. Your bacon goes on anything. On anything. I was watching them cook pheasant, and since it doesn't have enough fat, I told you I put it in my rice the other day. It was excellent because I took some bacon and I like ripped it up into little pieces to where it'll cook faster and a little because I wanted it in small pieces anyway because I was gonna mix it with the rice, and so I didn't want strips of bacon. So I took it and ripped it up and I fried it. Then I took the bacon out, but I left the grease and the fat. And then I took onions, tomato, and garlic. It was the minced garlic out the jar. And put it all in there and fried that in the bacon fat. And then took all of that and mixed it in the rice. Then I put some lime juice on it. Why, I have no idea, but turned out fantastic though, with the lime juice. So that was me trying to cook. Yes, bacon fat is, that's from the heavens. Every now and then, I'll have an idea that actually works. And this one worked. Because I usually do my bacon in the oven. It's a little less messy. And I like my bacon crunchy. You can even burn it. I'm okay with that too. What I don't like is chewy bacon. It's got to have crunch. It's got to talk back. Mm. So I think that's what I'll do today. It'll be a BLT kind of day. I actually still have pizza from the place, but I'm going to go to the store anyway. Hi, fun show. So we'll go get my milk, my bacon, my lettuce, my tomato. That'll be lunch and dinner for today. See, no, I can't. I can't put the because me and Rice are still not on the. Good morning, Carmen. Me and Rice are still not on the same page, so I can't do nothing new. You you got to let me figure out how to do this part first. But it worked out though. I got to figure that out first. Because sometimes I'll make a rice and because we don't have a rice maker, it'll either be overcooked or I'll stir it too long to where it's now all small and chopped up, which I don't mind that one. I don't wash it though, because you're supposed to, after you cook it, wash your rice, get all the starch out, and so forth and so forth. No, I like the chewy rice or whatever. How to stop eating rice? You know, that's. But you see, okay, if you're from Louisiana, that yes, everything etouffee, gumbo, everything has rice. Oklahoma, everything is a potato. You put a potato in everything. It's you just do a mashed potato at that. There's just some things you just got to give to. Some things you just have. You know, life is full of have tos. Sometimes you just got to do what you want to. You have to do this. You have to do that. But sometimes I want to eat rice and this and potato and that. And it's interesting. That used to be a staple in the house. Well, that's when I lived as a child, because my mother, she was an actual chef. She could cook anything. And so there's just certain staples that you always have in your house: beans, rice, seasoning, cornmeal. Those are the things you, no matter what, you always keep in the house. See, I like the sticky rice too. There's this chef that I watch on YouTube. He says, always wash your rice. This gets the starch out. This makes it this and this and this. I'm like, but I don't like that. I like sticky rice. I don't like dry. I don't like the rice where if you pick it up, it can all fall between your fingers and all that. No, that's how it was when it got started. It's just no. I know. I'm never a in moderation person. Like, cause the way we eat in this house is we eat the same thing for a week at a time, and then we don't eat it for another 2 months. It's we've been eating salad for 2 weeks now. 2 weeks salad every day, and it's simple salad. I had the junky salad the first couple days, but it's just simple now. We got a bunch of different types of greenery in there though. And then tomato and whatever else, and that's it. No, he said wash it because you get the starch out. Um, Once after you cook it, you wash your rice to get the starch out of it and then serve it. Or you can wash it before so it's less, but he say after you cook it, you wash your rice. But no, I like the sticky rice because that way you get all of the excess starch out of your rice. But no, I like it that way. I was gonna say to get the excess starch. I like it though, so I don't ever do it. I don't wash it beforehand either. If it's loose, then back in the day, before it always came in a bag, you wash it just to clean it because everybody was digging in it. Yeah, after. That's what he said. After you cook it to get the excess and starch out. But I like it. I like the sticky rice. It mixes better. It tastes better. It seasons better. All that good stuff. But that's what's on the agenda for today. Mango. Oh Lord Jesus. See, I had coconut rice one time, and yeah, I can't. Coconut is something that belongs by itself or wrapped in chocolate. That's that flavor. I can't put it in other stuff, and it translates well. Actually, my brother, that's what he just made was a salad from Brussels sprouts and a whole bunch of other stuff, but that was the main ingredient. But that's what we've been eating for 2 weeks. Salads. I ran out of grapes, so I didn't put the grapes in there. Then just turned into salad. Mm-mm. Grape tomatoes, peppers, onions, and cranberries. That's interesting. And interestingly enough, I've never had a Brussels sprout. They were in the house. I still didn't eat it. They look interesting though. But that's what I do with my salad. It's got a bunch of fruit and other crap in it. It's just better that way. You got all the greenery and then you got your dressing if you have a dressing, especially if it's a vinaigrette, then you got the little hint of sweet in there from some sort of fruit. Bananas? No. Mm-mm. Exactly. How you gonna pick it up with your chopsticks if it don't hold together? Yeah, I don't know about the bananas and steak. But if you like coconut rice, I think we can pretty much establish we don't eat the same things. I can't. It's just it just has coconut changes the taste of anything. Like it's not a hint of sweet to me. I taste nothing but coconut milk. Everything that is it's just I tried anything with coconut because coconut sounds like, oh, this would make it, tropical or some sort of taste variation that I would like. Nope, not at all. I don't care for it. Fruit salad, yes, but not steak. Chicken, pork, nothing, no. See, no, I can't. Coconut water makes me gag. I just, yeah, plantains is different, but I don't like those either. I did try. Well, welcome back, Double A. No, thank you. You can have it. You can have mine. Yes, hand itching, Steph. It's been itching 2 days. Wherever it's coming from, bring it on. I can't. I tried coconut water, and I tried different flavors of coconut water. What company is that makes the most popular one? I tried that one. I tried a different one that was in a plastic bottle and not the little cardboard things. I can't. It made me like I literally was nauseous. Literally. And I don't get nauseous. I don't get stomach aches. That was ugh. Oh, if it's an island dish, then yeah, that's different completely. Regional, like sheep stomach. We may think it's gross, but it's eaten all the time. I can't. It's and that's the brand is Coco something something something. Coco Viva, Viva Coco, something like that. It tripe. There's another thing. That's cow stomach, isn't it? It's a delicacy for something. Curry. That's another thing. I can't stand the smell of curry. The taste. I know the whole thing throws me off. I you know it's one of them things. People probably wouldn't think to eat pig intestine, but you go in the south and it's a common thing. Yeah, just your in particular taste. Frog legs, gator tail, exactly. Fried alligator, fish head soup. Even though that's just stock, I mean, shark fin soup. I'm not eating sharks. I've only seen tripe. I've never on television. I've never seen it and smelt it in person. Cow tongue, hearts. Who eats tongues and hearts? Plenty of people do. I just can't. Now, what's bird nest soup? Fill me in on that one. Oh, no. Cow tongue, see? And we sold a lot of it when I worked in the store. Rabbit. Although rabbit's not really a regional thing. It's kind of just like it's a meat. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Ew. That's gross. Yeah. Back in the day, you ate it because they told you to. Um, Liver, but no. And see, the tripe that I saw on television. Now, you tell me if this was accurate or not. It looked like a white beehive. It was white and it was full of holes, almost like mesh, is what it looked like. I'm like, that looks awful. See, I can't with the liver. I was traumatized. Yeah, they say now. I will say this, for me, that's all I taste was like eating metal meat. It tastes very metally because that's where, you know, that's what the liver is supposed to do in the body is purify this and purify that. Good morning, Jen. But there was one, I have a half sister. Her mother cooked liver one time and I ate it. And I'm like, oh, this is not the worst thing in the world. You still got that, like I'm eating the fork taste. But hers was more of a gravy taste because the onions and brown gravy she made kind of overpowered everything else. And so that's what I tasted. But when I ate it as a kid, ugh, I was traumatized. Oh, Jesus, your car need two checkups. You left all the fumes. Lord have mercy. You know, liverwurst wasn't awful because we used to eat liverwurst as a kid. Liverwurst and cheese. Oscar Mayer has a way with Bologna. They used to make a liverwurst, and we had that in the house. Tastes like a barn. I don't know what kind it was, but it was gross. Ugh, I can't. I could do liverwurst, oddly enough. At least back in the day, I never bought it as an adult though, because it wasn't necessarily good, but it wasn't awful either. It was like, okay, if that's what we're having, I can eat this. This I can eat. Stewed squirrel, rabbit and bear. See, don't just kill a bunch of stuff and throw it in a pot. Like, what is this? Let me see. Oh, that's antelope. I think that's antelope. Let's either antelope or it's wildebeest. I can't remember. It's one of the, no, just no. Mm-mm. I can't. Everything you just don't need to eat. We ain't in the apocalypse just yet. Rabbit is, it was more of a delicacy than it was anything. I think that's right, Andrea. It's just most people, I don't like the taste, period. It's not a good taste for me. But it depends on how you cook it for a lot of people. But I can't. I don't know what the temperature is here. Um, I'm not going to look it up because I don't want to start complaining. Because that's what I was doing earlier. I'm like, oh my God, it's hot. It's not really hot. It's just, I'm not, I'm sensitive to heat. I think the high today is going to be 80. And so that's not hot. That's, it's just not. There's no clouds in the sky. So that's, anyway, I'll move on for that because I don't want to start complaining. But I can't. Snails, I seen them one time and they look like just, they looked like, the way she had them, they were in these little circles. And they look slimy, like little booger dishes or something. it, I don't know. I couldn't. Like, first of all, you watch that video, you see his face when he ate it. He was like, it's not rubbery. It's just not for me. See, that's what it was. It was in a little butter thing. Um, it just, it just looked gross. Ugh. I mean, never mind, it was a snail, but it just looked horrible. I'm like, what is this? She had frog legs too, because that was our purpose. Actually, we went when I was in French club. I was the president of the French club and couldn't speak French. There you go. Do not doubt the power of a Gemini to persuade you into something. But so we were there, and we went to this French restaurant because that was part of our little outing we did one time, and there was, oh, how do you say frog? It's not grenouille. Grenouille, is that grenouille? It's grenouille. Isn't that how you say frog? I believe. Grenouille, and then she had escargot. And I'm like, that looks like the worst. Why would you want to eat that? I had Caesar salad. Don't take me nowhere that's got a theme to it. I'm going to do the opposite. It just, yeah, it was a little bitty small circle thing. Is how it came. Oh, wait, I can set this down because I got the microphones up here. You set the phone down, it sits on top of the microphone, so you can't hear. Okay, I can't. Fishy chicken. Like chicken that you fried in chicken and fish grease. But you always had to keep them separate. Mountain chicken. Oh, Lord. An old English dinner? Oh, well, Lord, what is it? What's in it? What did you get? And what is a full English breakfast for those who know? What is technically a full English breakfast? I was watching this guy make He's American. Okay, so he's one of these Americans that think if you go over, no, he's not American. He is English. Yeah, he is English because I'm mixing two different people now. No, he's English, and he was going to make a full English breakfast, but I didn't watch the whole episode because he was saying something about bacon, sausage, beans, and eggs. Okay, so oh no, blood sausage, kidney pie. No, I can't. I've seen the and mind you, anyway. So he was going to make his full English breakfast. He had a certain kind of bacon that you got from the butcher and not the grocery store. Okay. Then he went for whatever kind of sausage it was that he was going to use. I don't know what kind it was. It was basically in a case, you know how you got your fresh sausage. But he went on and on about don't use American beans and don't use this style of beans and they always use this kind of beans, don't use that kind of bean. I swear I need to find a video because I swear to you, this heifer had a can of Heinz beans and that's what he used. Now I'm thinking to myself, okay, you went on and on about don't use American beans, use this kind of bean. And the bean that you used for your full English breakfast was Heinz beans in a can. I turned him off. I was like, okay, I thought you was finna show me something authentic. How is this authentic? This is beans out of a can. And if that's what you use, fine. But that doesn't seem like that's what you were supposed to be using. Heinz. Heinz is a German word, but ain't that an American company? Ain't that a German word? Like, okay. Yes, they are different. And he said don't use American beans, but why are you using Heinz in a can? Mm-mm. Good morning, Fran. It's not the same? Okay, good. Because I'm like, what is he doing? Yes, wander into this room. We're more than likely talking about food. Mm-mm. More than likely. Pittsburgh company. But they say it's different all across the pond. So as long as it's different. I no, no haggis. Haggis is the sheep stomach, right? I can't. There's just some things you just don't need to eat. But it's regional. It's like not is it walrus? Walrus blubber? Is it a walrus? I think it's a walrus. Walrus or a seal? Not a seal. It's walrus blubber. People use that. It's like now has anybody had the Irish butter? I've never had that. I didn't know if there was a difference or not. I almost tried it one day, but I'm like, I don't. For what I need to do with this butter right now, I don't need to be trying new stuff, just in case, just in case it ain't something I like. So let me get what I want, and then when I feel like trying something, I'll come try it. And I never did. Irish butter's good. Okay, we'll try it one day. Well, Irish butter that's in the supermarket. Let me be specific, I guess. Come in like the little silver container. I don't know the name of it. I just know it's called Irish butter. I'll try it though. It tastes different. See, that's what I was. Okay. Kerrygold. That's what it is. You used to smuggle it. Yeah, I'll try it then. Now, what does it taste like? Can you describe the taste? Okay, you use it on bagels and toast. See, that's the main thing I use butter for is toast. Get away, bug. No difference in the taste. Smoother, more buttery. Tastes different, but better. Richer, more flavor. Okay. So it's still it's not like a completely different thing or a something that's going to dramatically change the taste. It's just a better grade of butter, if you will, better quality. Yeah, okay. Now, salted is it salty, or do I need to salt? Is what you're saying? Oh no, buy the salted butter. Okay. I always buy just if I buy butter, it's usually not salted. Not that I don't. I don't even do that on purpose. I think I just pick it up. They make okay, so garlic butter in the grocery store. Now I love garlic butter, especially garlic butter and Parmesan too. I never buy the darn stuff, but man, it is fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna try it then. I gotta go to the store anyway. I'll try it. Kerrygold. Well, that's the reason. Well, now mind you, um, Grandma Rose, I'm not making stuff now. You're taking me too far. There's somebody that makes things. I'll buy yours. Okay, I'll try some next time I go. I know it. I know this is this that easy, but I'm still not doing it. I'm still not doing it. uh-uh. I'll get some. I'm not making it. Period. There's other people who make things. I'm supporting the economy. That's what I'm doing. That's what I shall do. Because I very rarely buy butter anyway. We use the butter-like substance called I Can't Believe It's Not Butter. I like the flavor of it, so that's why we use it. And but when it comes to like making something where you need butter, then I always seem to pick up the unsalted. Actually, I pick up most things that are unsalted, even stocks and things, because we always add our own thing in anyway. But I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of seasoning in the world. I like seasoning, but it's not a go-to. I don't ever think about it. Yes, I'm keeping people employed. There you go. There is I was having a conversation. Oh Jesus, coughing up a lung over there. So I know it is. I don't even know where to buy a lotto roll ticket. English is easy. Words, how do they work? I don't even know. Lottery ticket. I don't even know where to buy a lottery ticket. But there is I was having a conversation with Jace Harnage, and she was teaching me how to make a hamburger, right? And she said, you need to do it this way, and you need it this thick, and make sure you this, and make sure you that. And I'm like, okay. And so I followed the steps, because if I make a hamburger, like I always say, they come out in Shondo. they they come out like little hockey pucks. They're small and black, and they're just hard as a rock. You can break a window if I make a hamburger. So I followed her steps. It came out perfect, but it tastes like nothing because I didn't season it. I seasoned it, but I didn't season it enough, because I don't do calculations in my mind, and I'm not a cook, so I can't eyeball things like a real cook can. And so I got this little thing, and I'm doing the shaking all the seasoning and stuff in it, and it's got everything in there. So it's got peppers, white pepper, pink pepper, orange pepper, all the peppers. It's got salt. It's got everything in there you think you might need, right? And so I seasoned it, but I did not season it enough. And so it was nice and juicy, but it was nice and juicy, bland piece of meat. So I almost got it. Almost. But I got the formula at least. Did he come out here just to cough and spread germs? I can't do that either. Though my mother could do that too, because she could eyeball things, because she knows how to cook. But, when you know what you're doing, you don't need measurements. That ain't me. That's what I would make hockey pucks. They're just small little black objects. That's all they were. Where I get dirt from? Probably this bench. I don't make best anything. Pancakes, actually. That's my thing. I can make a pancake I can sell. Don't ask me to make nothing else though. A pancake I can do. Flour flavored cake. See, I can remember a recipe, but it is very few things I can eyeball. I love a pancake. I can cook a pancake. That I can do. No, ask me to make nothing else though. I mean, I can make eggs, sort of. It's not necessarily hard. And then the bacon, I just put it in the oven. The um, oven cooks it. But a pancake I can do. Now, mind you, pancake from pancake mix. I don't know how to mix no flour and this and this and like. We're not going from scratch. I ain't Betty Crocker over here. But me too. I like pancakes for dinner. Smell and taste. See, I wish I could do that. Now, cooking pancakes, though, I will say there's always one, at least, that I can't flip all the way over. So I'll flip it, and then half of it will be in the pan, and then half will be on side of the pan. I'm like, oh, son of a mother. Okay, well, this was trash. I mean, you can still eat it, but I wouldn't give it to nobody. Aunt Jemima. I don't know what they call it now since they changed the name. I think it's just Quaker or something now. Son of a mother. I'm gonna have to see what I can do on that one. Didn't me either. If I eyeball something, it will be messed up. But see, my thing is always seasoning something. It's just it does not. It doesn't work. See, my mother's and my aunt's recipes were put some salt in it, put some pepper in it, put some. How much? The whole thing or just a little bit? We never know. Jesus Christian. Oh Lord. Oh, my brother seen the video from yesterday and just howled, cracking up, laughing. I had a moment yesterday, and that was the first thing that flew out. Jesus Christian. Oh Lord. No. Terrace Apprentice needs to go to cooking school. uh-uh. See, me and basil and bay leaves and that stuff you use when you know how to cook. Because that feels to be like extra. Salt and pepper, that's basic. But when you start talking about, okay, put a bay leaf and oregano and rosemary and for what? To do who? No. Salt and pepper. Because you can go to any restaurants in America and they got a salt and pepper shaker on the table. They ain't got rosemary and bay leaf on the table. Like this is extra. And I think my family puts bay leaf in their spaghetti sauce. I don't use bay leaf I don't like bay leaf. I just, it adds a flavor I don't like. Now you should use it, for your prosperity, if you are creating and not necessarily cooking. But I don't care for bay leaves. Let's see, Andrea. We shall see. Yeah, I mean, you're always supposed to cook and then taste, season to taste, as they always say on every website in the world. Because bay leaf is a prosperity herb. And you basically just put it in your food. That's it. I mean, you don't have to enchant it or nothing like that. It's a prosperity herb. So you just put it in your food. It's a lot of recipes. If you are a follower of an orisha of some sort, then you more than likely are going to use bay leaf and something. Oh yeah, write it on there and burn it. You can do that too. Because I mean, you don't eat it, even if you do cook with it. It's just for the flavor anyway. But you just throw it in whatever you're cooking, and there you go. To taste. See, my tastes are different though. Like I don't really care for seasoning. I've never been a seasoning person, like at all. Oh, you have a bay leaf tree. Oh, good lord. That must be a strong smell. Good smell, but strong. Yeah, that's what we use. That was the first time I ever seen it was in gumbo. Long, 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 long time ago. I'm like, there's leaves in here. There's leaves in your food. That was special. Where are we at? 16% battery. Oh Lord. Okay. I gotta go towards the back home then. Says 2 hours and 44 minutes. I think we've been walking for maybe 30 minutes. I got somewhere and said, I actually brought cards this time, but I don't feel like reading cards. And this wind won't stop blowing. Oh, here he come again. Jesus Christ. Got to hack up his whole face. That smells sound like a smoker's cough, though. That's a little different. Well, let me get it up, I guess. It is peaceful out here. It's quiet. Noisiest thing out here is me. And all my yapping. Yes, I know. No, I'm not turning on battery saver either. book astrology reading. Oh, okay. That's good. I enjoyed the walks too. Now y'all probably can't hear it because the wind won't stop. Go ahead. You know, I have trouble finding the filet in the glass jar. The filet in the plastic bottle doesn't taste the same as the filet in the glass jar. But I'm glad y'all like the walks. I'm glad y'all joined me. No, I don't really care for seasons. Well, I won't say I don't like seasoning. It's not something that I go and add to nothing. If it's in there, okay, fine. But you know what I do like though? There is a roasted black garlic salt that I get from, it's a website, it's a store too, but they have a website called the Tea and Spice Exchange. That's where I get that from. They got whatever kind of seasoning you think you might want. I got like 2 or 3 seasonings from them. One of them is like a meat, I want to say it's called Meat Lovers, but I don't think it is. But anyway, it's kind of like that. It's a meat lover seasoning. Well, I'm good. Glad, Cosmo. Oh my God, with this bug. Get away from me. Uh-oh. See, I wish I could grow things. Get a little garden or a little planter box or something like that. That's just not my talent. Um, me and fried chicken. I tried once. My black card's been gone from. I can't. I can't. See, but I want to make it grow. I, I need something to actually grow and prosper and be alive. I want to grow tomatoes and strawberries. I just like a strawberry bush. I just like the way it looks. The tomatoes, the bright red color. It's just not a thing I can do. Yes, I need some teachers, some cooking teachers, some gardening teachers. See, but here's the thing too about the gardening. I'm not an earth person. I'm a wind person. Like I like the wind blowing right now. It just makes it hard for y'all to hear. So this is why it's shh. Oh look, the little red poisonous plants are coming back. Squirrel. But I'm not a dirt person. I don't like dirt. I don't care for anything in the ground. Sand, dirt, gravel, none of that. Like at all. I don't like putting my hands in dirt. I don't like dirt on my clothes. I'm not a dirt person. See, if okay, if it's something hard to kill, maybe. But I'm not a dirt person. So it's not something I would actually look forward to. Cooking is different. For whatever reason, I can be messy with that, and it's fine. I can have flour on my hands, just not dirt. Oh, Lord. See, no, wear gloves. I don't like the dirt at all. It's just, dirt just wears my whole life out because it's dirt. And dirt is dirty. I just don't like it. See, Jen has a green thumb. She knows how to grow things. She had tomatoes and peppers or whatever else I forget what you had. You showed us one time. But she grows things. She knows how to do that type of thing. Me, no. I grow facial hair. That's what I grow. That's the only thing I know how to grow. And I don't want it either. Lord. Okay. We come to the end of the road now. Walking in the street like I own it or something. Let me get out the street. See, I'm the opposite. I don't like the feel of dirt. I don't like the smell of dirt. None of that. And whoever cooking that fish needs to stop. That's got to be something dead because that's lingering. Anyway, beans, tomatoes, okra, cucumbers, flowers, herbs, catnip. See? She got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lambs, rams. So what is today? Today is Thursday. Okay, so tonight at 7 o'clock, I will be live with You Ask Tarot, Dana from You Ask Tarot. I got some political and non-political questions. Tomorrow, I will be live with Sienna and Adrian for past, present, see, I can't talk still. Past, present, and future energy reads. And then Saturday, I will be live with Shay from Blissful Divination, where we will be doing some more political and non-political reads. Sunday, we will be on Jen's channel. And then I believe it's Wednesday, we will be live again with Jen and a few other readers as we will be celebrating her birthday. So we got a bunch of stuff planned for y'all this week and next week. No, it'll be all hands tonight with me and Dana. So tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, me and Dana, and then tomorrow, me, Adrian, and Sienna. Tony from Shining Hawk Healing might be there too. She's got a new puppy, and so she said he's hyperactive. So we'll have to see. And then Sunday will be on Jen's channel, and then Tuesday it will be her birthday, the big 6-0. And so we will be celebrating our dear Jen. Y'all make sure you be there. Be square, be triangle, whatever you got to be, just make sure you're there. So I will see y'all tonight at 7 p.m. Bye-bye.